Yeah, it was like this, like
We had a black billionaires lunch.
black excellence. They're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. You're like,
I hate you, man.
And we here together and we gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yo, I feel like I'm normal again. Get me out of here.
In a stunning twist shaking the entertainment world, insiders reveal that Jay-Z recently met secretly with the FBI, reportedly exposing explosive truths about his ties to Diddy, and possibly even Beyoncé. The confidential meeting, held under tight security, has triggered a wave of speculation, with sources suggesting Jay-Z provided critical information linking Diddy to several long-running investigations involving serious allegations. Even more shocking, insiders claim Beyoncé was unaware of the meeting, and those close to her say she's devastated by what's come to light. As whispers of betrayal, hidden deals, and sealed files grow louder, the music industry is bracing for impact. If the rumors are true, Jay-Z may have just flipped the script in a way no one expected. This could change everything.
The new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh shoot, like
To us, black excellence.
that had to be there.
We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else.
Black excellence. They're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. You're like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yeah. Come on, bro.
Rumors that Beyoncé and Jay-Z have been living apart since 2018 have continued over the years, and sources say that even if they put on a united front when they appear in public, the couple may suffer from fans, and the media have questioned the stability of their relationship because of their alleged remote interactions, private separate living arrangements, and minimal communication at home. Other sources also suggest that they share separate bedrooms.
The other freedom I see in the album is just a freedom for couples who have gone through something.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing. You know, it's almost a cliche, you know, the celebrity couple, you know, they get together, they break up, you know, I'm like, well, who else are they going to go out with? But for some reason, you took an unprecedented stand to fight for this marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to fight for it and to put it all out there. What is it about this marriage that's so special that you would fight this hard to save it?
Well, it's my soulmate. It's the person I love, you know. And you can be in love with someone. You can love someone and and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're gonna have complications, period. And if you can either address it or you can pretend until it blows up at some point. And, you know, for us, we chose to fight for our love, for our family, to give our kids a different outcome. You see, you know, to break that cycle. For black men and women, you know, to see a different outcome. Like you were saying, it's not this celebrity couple. We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
That's beautiful.
Like real people.
Yeah.
While family members publicly celebrate Beyoncé and Jay-Z's enduring love, rumors continue to cast shadows over their union. On April 4, 2025, Tina Knowles marked the couple's 17th anniversary with a touching Instagram tribute, praising their resilience and declaring, "True love rises above all the bulls." A nostalgic montage of the couple accompanied the post, reinforcing an image of strength and unity. Yet, this public display contrasts sharply with swirling rumors and recent whispers of betrayal. The tension between outward affection and private speculation highlights the complexity of their relationship. Beyoncé's 2016 visual album Lemonade famously explored infidelity and forgiveness, with lyrics like "Becky with the good hair" sparking intense discussion about Jay-Z's past. Their love story remains layered and under constant scrutiny.
There's an accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old teenager.
Right.
And we were speaking about just the statement.
Right.
The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was that the statement is something from, you can tell it was written by a lawyer. Because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says you're gonna find out like how I'll handle this. And that's an attorney want to be combative with another attorney. That's not like your publicist wouldn't say those
Right.
things.
This is on your.
Who put that up?
Yeah, this is
that
on.
50?
Yeah, it says, I don't know what's going on, but are we still going to have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah, I'm asking for Kendrick. You know,
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out if we're still doing everything the way. Because look, they will fall back, but they like
Right.
the NFL, they won't necessarily be associated to that.
Right. Why do you not insert yourself, but you're on top of every topic, right?
Yeah. I'm just watching. I'm participating. I'm being part of culture. I'm just telling you my opinion.
Right.
Look,
Because you're
you
part
said
of the
this-
culture.
Like I can't say anything now. I'm out of it. I'm like I'm going to Dre's studio and just sit with Dre a little.
Right.
And then maybe I stay out of trouble.
Nah.
Jay-Z responded by releasing the album 444 in 2017, which was a public admission of his wrongdoings and apologies. In the title track, he acknowledges his adultery and apologizes for the hurt it caused in their marriage. He considers his failings and how they affected their relationship, emphasizing the couple's attempts to mend their relationship, and treatment fans were given a unique look into their reconciliation process and the difficulties of their union through this musical conversation. Listeners were able to observe the couple's hardships and their dedication to conquering obstacles together through the candids of both albums.
So this just in, Diddy allegedly has evidence of Jay-Z unaliving his mistress, Kathy White. And the reason Diddy isn't in jail yet is because he's cooperating with authorities to take Jay down with him. Kathy White was Jay-Z's side piece. Kathy was an up-and-coming industry publicist, fitness, and beauty expert when she mysteriously died at 28. Jay-Z was seeing her on the down low and got her pregnant. So according to a journalist, Kathy was going to tell the tabloids everything for the right price, but Jay found out and got her murked. Diddy is allegedly set to release the details of how Jay-Z unalived his mistress. Jaguar Wright hints that both the Carters might be responsible, but one of them is more responsible than the other, and she wonders if it's possible Beyoncé's temper is a little worse than most people think, and Jay had to clean it all up for her.
Speculation continues to swirl around the true nature of Beyoncé and Jay-Z's marriage, with some insiders suggesting their union is more strategic than romantic. Reports claim Jay-Z's initial pursuit of Beyoncé may have been calculated, aimed at merging their brands for maximum cultural and financial influence. Allegations from Beyoncé's own uncle suggest she wasn't initially interested in Jay-Z, hinting that their relationship may have been orchestrated to serve mutual business goals. Over the years, their combined net worth and successful ventures, ranging from joint tours to business collaborations, have solidified the Carters as one of the most powerful brands in entertainment. While their public image promotes love and unity, many wonder if their bond is more contractual than emotional. This narrative is further complicated by Jay-Z's past legal troubles. In 1999, he was arrested for stabbing record executive Lance Rivera at the Kit Kat Club in New York, a confrontation allegedly linked to disputes over bootlegging. Jay-Z ultimately pleaded guilty to third-degree assault and received a 3-year probation sentence. As questions about their relationship's authenticity and Jay-Z's past resurface, fans and media continue to dissect the balance between love, loyalty, and legacy in the Carter empire.
It's going to be so hard for them this time. It's not going to be easy. They're not going to get over this as easy as they think. There is a lot of challenges that's going to come up.
In contrast to earlier reports and the guilty plea, Rivera claimed in a 2023 interview that Jay-Z was not the one who stabbed him. Discussions regarding the incident, Jay-Z's role, and his relationships with musicians like Foxy have resurfaced as a result of this revelation. Given the contentious histories of these individuals, Brown's partnerships with R. Kelly have drawn criticism. The power dynamics in his relationship with Beyoncé, who was noticeably younger when they first interacted, have also been examined, sparking debates regarding consent and influence.
And a federal judge has ruled the woman alleging she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name, but the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name, with songs like Run This Town.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance.
His attorneys have denied everything about Jane Doe's account and pointed to some alleged inconsistencies in her story.
It's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true. It's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
The judge writing that while Jane Doe can remain anonymous for now, she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial.
Oftentimes, when someone is accused of a crime like this, the accuser doesn't want to be named. And if they are forced to be named, we have seen certain people decide to drop the lawsuit altogether.
Morgan Norwood, thank you. And Tony Busby, the lawyer representing Jay-Z and Diddy's accusers, says in a statement to ABC News, quote, "I will say that the coordinated and desperate efforts to attack me as counsel for alleged victims are falling flat. We won't be bullied or intimidated." And we did reach out to Jay-Z and his team, but did not get a response.
Sean Diddy Combs has long faced legal scrutiny, with former associates and bodyguards accusing him of involvement in various illicit activities. One of the most notable cases involves ex-rapper Shyne, who served time for a 1999 nightclub shooting and later alleged that Diddy manipulated the situation to his detriment. Now, new reports suggest Diddy may be cooperating with federal authorities, possibly offering information on other major industry figures, including Jay-Z, in an effort to reduce his own legal consequences. This potential cooperation has stirred serious speculation, as any incriminating evidence linked to Jay-Z could have wide-reaching consequences. The idea of Diddy turning informant adds another layer of tension to already complicated industry dynamics. As the possibility of multiple high-profile entanglements grows, the spotlight intensifies on the secret alliances and betrayals shaping the future of hip-hop's elite.
Now, Jaguar Wright is a well-known whistleblower. She has predicted many of the crimes Diddy is charged with today. Now, as of recent, she had an interview with Piers Morgan, and she did say that Jay-Z and Beyonce were implicated with Diddy. Now, let me know your opinion on the things she's sharing about Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well.
She's referring to Jay-Z, Sean Carter.
They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will, putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane, unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about.
So essentially what she's trying to say is that Jay-Z and Beyonce are doing or have done similar things that Diddy is being accused of. What do you guys think about this? You think it's true? You think she's full of it? Let me know down below.
Club shootings, celebrity encounters, and the craziness of the Nine's violent incidents that included some of the hip-hop industry's most well-known characters occurred on December 27, 1999, during the turbulent late 1990s. Rapper Shyne and Sean Diddy Combs' ex-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez were involved in a shooting at Club New York in Manhattan. According to reports, the confrontation started when a customer threw money at while Combs was charged with possessing guns and bribes. He was found not guilty on any of the allegations. In contrast, Shyne was found guilty of several offenses, including assault, and given a 10-year jail sentence. Combs caused gunfire that injured 3 onlookers. This episode damaged Combs' reputation in addition to derailing Shyne's promising career.
There's just been a shocking revelation from federal authorities regarding a highly private and scandalous video involving none other than Jay-Z and Beyoncé, reportedly taken during a wild party hosted by Diddy. Apparently during a Homeland Security raid on Diddy's properties, some rather intriguing discoveries were made, including compromising footage featuring numerous beloved celebrities caught in scandalous situations. Speculation is rife that Diddy intentionally leaked this footage to authorities as a form of revenge against the Carters, allegedly due to their perceived lack of support during his legal battles. It seems he's on a mission to embarrass them at any cost. Adding fuel to the fire, an unsettling audio clip allegedly featuring Meek Mill and Diddy has surfaced, courtesy of Diddy's former bodyguard.
Jay-Z's legal troubles reached a peak on December 2, 1999, during a release party for Q-Tip's album at the Kit Kat Club in Times Square. He was accused of stabbing record executive Lance Rivera, allegedly over the bootlegging of Jay-Z's album ** Volume 3. Life and Times of S. Carter Star. Though he initially denied any involvement, Jay-Z later pleaded guilty to third-degree assault and received 3 years of probation. However, in a 2023 interview, Rivera claimed that Jay-Z was not the person who stabbed him, directly contradicting the narrative accepted at the time and raising new questions about the incident. This case highlighted the tense mix of fame, rivalry, and street affiliations within the hip-hop world. The media frenzy surrounding the event and the involvement of a major artist like Jay-Z drew increased attention from law enforcement and the public alike. In the aftermath, many artists began pivoting toward a more corporate image, distancing themselves from the violence often associated with the genre. This shift not only influenced the personal paths of figures like Jay-Z and Diddy, but also marked a broader evolution as hip-hop moved further into the mainstream and embraced commercial growth.
It's a big week for Jay-Z. His Rock Nation is geared up to produce the most watched live performance of the year, the Super Bowl halftime show. And of course, he was there to cheer on his wife, who took home the coveted award of Album of the Year at this year's Grammys. So in light of all of that, he's also making a surprising move in his ongoing back and forth with Tony Buzbee. Now, at this point, we all know who the Texas-based attorney is. You know, the same one who said that he had more than 100 accusers ready to file lawsuits against Diddy.
After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases.
And of course, we know later that Jane Doe, who is being represented by the Texas attorney, filed a suit a couple weeks after this press conference accusing Diddy of raping her when she was just 13 years old. Then amended that complaint weeks later, adding Jay-Z, Sean Carter's name to that child rape lawsuit alongside Diddy. A female celebrity was also mentioned in that complaint as well.
Women's power struggles and jealousy. The public has been fascinated by Beyoncé and Jay-Z's relationship, with reports of infidelity and jealousy frequently making headlines. There have also been reports of tension in their marriage due to rumors about Jay-Z's alleged involvement with other women, such as the 2014 Lyft fight, where Beyoncé's stories of marital discord were further stoked when sister Solange Knowles allegedly confronted Jay-Z over his interactions with designer Rachel Roy. Beyoncé's public demeanor and subtle lyrical cues have been interpreted as her establishing firm boundaries, indicating her awareness of and intolerance for any perceived transgressions.
Now, as many of you may know, Playboi Carti, a rapper, scammed Aiden Ross, a streamer, for $2 million. That's pretty wild. But I feel like what's even wilder is it all happened live in front of hundreds of thousands of people. But what's even wilder than that is a lot of people saw this coming. Let me explain. See, Aiden Ross had a problem. He tried to tame the untamable. For those of you that don't know, Playboi Carti is a rapper with a massive fan base. But he shrouds himself in an aura of mystery. He doesn't do any interviews. He doesn't talk to anybody. He barely posts online. Now, Aiden Ross, pretty big streamer. He gets rappers to come on his stream all the time. So he said, wait a second. Playboi Carti's a rapper. If I get him on my stream, it's gonna be huge. It was a good plan. So he hits up Playboi Carti. He said, what's good, Playboy? Playboi said, he said, You want to come on my stream for $2 million? Playboi said, yeah. That's how I assume he sounds. Aiden said, all right, come on. So Aiden makes the announcement. He said, we got Playboi Carti coming. Playboi Carti fans were like, I don't know. He said, what's the problem?
The dynamics of Beyoncé and Jay-Z's relationship reflect deeper themes of power, control, and resilience within high-profile marriages. As two of music's most influential figures, the line between their personal and professional lives is constantly examined. Beyoncé's strength in navigating these challenges, both privately and through her music, emphasizes her agency and determination to uphold respect within their union. Yet, recent legal turmoil involving industry heavyweights has cast a shadow over the Carters' empire. Whispers suggest Beyoncé may be considering separation if further damaging revelations emerge. Jay-Z's rumored involvement in federal investigations, especially if Diddy provides incriminating testimony, could pose a serious threat to both their brand and marriage. Such developments might not only redefine their relationship but could also send shockwaves across the industry, disrupting partnerships, endorsements, and the legacies they've carefully built. As speculation intensifies, all eyes remain on what's next for the Carters and the empire they created.
I actually met Beyonce before. That was one of the people be like, who you met? You know what I'm saying? That like it threw you out, like it took you back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce, I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib. Like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to. Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop, and that was just dope.
The possible repercussions of these incidents may force the entertainment industry to reassess its power dynamics. As court cases progress, alliances may change, and new leaders may emerge. Beyoncé and Jay-Z will need to navigate this unstable environment. The results of these inquiries and individual choices will surely have long-term effects on their careers and the larger cultural environment as they make strategic choices to safeguard their interests and preserve their position of influence.
By the way, pleaded not guilty to those charges, denies all the accusations made in the various lawsuits. Jay-Z and Tony Busby have been going back and forth with lots of motions filed, complaints filed, and accusations flying on both ends. The Jane Doe alleging she was raped by Diddy and Jay-Z went on NBC, where they pointed out consistencies in her account of what happened, including that her father picked her up after the alleged rape. Her father later told NBC he didn't recall that. She claimed she spoke to a celebrity there, but that celeb wasn't even in New York at that time. And photos showed Diddy and Jay-Z at different locations than the Jane Doe described. Now, that interview happened in mid-December. By the end of that month, Jay-Z sued Busby for defamation and extortion. Jay-Z's legal team has also been pushing for the Jane Doe to not hide under anonymity. And of course, Jay-Z's lawyers have been trying to get his name off that child rape lawsuit or just have it dismissed altogether. Now, a judge ruled that she can proceed anonymously for now, but scolded Jay-Z's attorneys for their combative motions and inflammatory language used against Tony Busby. Then in January, a legal petition was filed by a Texas man who is represented by Tony Busby, who also accused Jay-Z's lawyers of bribing people to sue Busby and his law firm. So a lot's happened. Now, in a surprising move, Jay-Z's lawyer Alex Spiro is seemingly softening up on Busby. In a letter to Judge Annalisa Torres, the same one who previously scolded him, Spiro wrote, quote, "Dear Judge Torres, we write on behalf of defendant Sean Carter to respectfully request that Mr. Carter's motion for sanctions..."
As the shockwaves from Jay-Z's alleged secret meeting with the FBI continue to reverberate, the entertainment world is on edge. The once unshakable Carter dynasty, founded on chart-topping hits, billion-dollar ventures, and a meticulously crafted public image, now faces a moment of deep uncertainty. If rumors are true and Jay-Z is cooperating with federal authorities, the consequences could be seismic, not just for Diddy, but also for Beyoncé and the entire power structure of the music industry. For years, whispers of hidden deals, quiet payoffs, and dark secrets have lingered beneath the surface. Artists like Jaguar Wright have long hinted at a darker undercurrent of fear, control, and manipulation behind the fame. Now, those whispers are turning into sirens. With Diddy already under federal investigation for serious allegations, his empire could be crumbling, especially if a former ally like Jay-Z is helping to build the case. The industry may never be the same.
Disgraced music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, once known for his lavish lifestyle and living large in his multi-million-dollar mansions, has a new home as he awaits trial in his federal sex trafficking case. Last week, the Bad Boy Founder's defense team unsuccessfully fought to keep the music producer out of federal jail after his arrest. Now his new digs once house other high-profile inmates, including R. Kelly, Fetty Wap, Sam Bankman-Fried, and Ghislaine Maxwell. Diddy is currently housed at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, a stark difference from the glitz, glamour, and wealth in Hollywood and Star Island in Miami Beach, Florida. But MDC Brooklyn has been described as hell on earth with horrifying conditions. The facility, which now houses Diddy, opened in the early 90s and is the only federal jail in New York City after the Bureau of Prisons closed its Metropolitan Correctional Center in 2021 after many issues came to light in the wake of Jeffrey Epstein's suicide just 2 years earlier.
But the shockwaves don't end with Jay-Z. Beyoncé, long hailed as the queen of the music industry, now finds herself entangled in a narrative that threatens to shatter her once impeccable image. Sources claim she had no knowledge of Jay-Z's secret dealings with federal agents, and the depth of this potential betrayal could extend far beyond business. If the legal fallout intensifies and more truths about the industry's hidden power plays come to light, Beyoncé may be forced to make a defining choice: stand by her husband or distance herself from a crumbling empire. The path ahead is uncertain. Will more high-profile names be exposed? Will the walls protecting the entertainment elite finally fall? This moment could mark the tipping point that drags long-hidden secrets into the spotlight. One thing is clear: we're witnessing a seismic shift. The era of silence is crumbling, the illusion of perfection is fading, and the world is beginning to understand the steep cost of fame. Behind the glamour lies a darker truth, one the industry can no longer keep buried.
The people that are attached to Diddy and that are pulling the strings, one of them is Beyonce.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that.
And one of them is Jay-Z. Very interesting. Anytime you watch the Grammys, every single woman artist, they always thank Beyonce.
yeah.
From Lady Gaga to Miley Cyrus,
Adele, Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
They all thank Beyonce. But why? So theory goes, way back, when Aaliyah, one of the biggest hip-hop artists, she was on the rise at the same time as Beyonce. But
Oh no.
who was in power at the time? Obviously Jay-Z
Yeah.
and Beyonce. And as we know, Diddy, right?
Yeah.
Theory goes that they decided to take out Aaliyah because she was such a competition to Beyonce to be number one.
Damn.
And she really was. She was about to outshine her. Now check this out. There's another artist
Isn't
that
the
died.
one with the swoop? I
Yeah,
forgot her name.
Left Eye. This is what's crazy, right? Aaliyah, Left Eye, and Michael Jackson. All three of them, they died on the 25th day of the month. Aaliyah died on August 25th.
Okay.
Left Eye.
This is no longer just about music. This is about truth, power, and a reckoning decades in the making. Stay alert, stay watching, because this story, it's just getting started.